Hello. So today, I am coming to you from an office, and I wanted to kind of do like a meta video about making videos, and kind of the lessons that I've learned from all the kind of different like mental blocks from kind of getting started, and hopefully this will help somebody out there. Cool. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I've been meaning to start some kind of content for a very long time, right? And so obviously I have a lot of different kind of interests, and I wanted to share them with the world. Initially that took the form of like essays, right? So I started writing in public. I started editing more kind of fully featured videos. I started doing like LinkedIn posts, stuff like that. But they never quite stuck around for a few reasons. And I want to go over a few of those reasons today, and how I think kind of a lot of people get stuck in like step one, where you need to kind of like uh, break out of. Okay, so the number one thing that I obviously ran into was the pressure to kind of uphold a certain level of quality, right? Right, because especially because I am a video editor usually, right? And so I know I can make a very highly polished, highly edited video with all kinds of graphics, with After Effects and everything like that. And because I know I can do that, the task of making a video that I think would be quote unquote deserving of my time is so high that it just stops me doing it, right? Because like if I were to edit each of these videos to my liking, then it'll take just a full day. And hiring somebody to do that, again, for somebody like me, would just not really be as satisfying, and it would almost feel like I was kind of cheating the system. And so didn't do that for a long time. And so I told myself, okay, one day when I have the kind of the freedom and the discipline to edit a full video like all day, then I'll do that. But obviously, that day never comes. And so these videos are very purposefully, very low production quality, right? I'm literally just uh, opening my camera app and just pressing record and then just kind of posting. And so you'll notice that in these videos, I don't really have a script, and I also have like a lot of moments where I actively wonder like what I'm gonna say next. And that's very much on purpose, because if I do any more than that, right? If I attach like, oh, I need to have a script, I need to have X, Y, and Z, then I'll just never start, and I'll probably produce one third of the videos that I do. So maybe one day I will actually start having some production quality to these videos, but for now, we're not gonna do that. Um, Number two is having a theme. So most creators have a theme, right? So there are tech YouTubers, there are art YouTubers, there are people that cover the news, and so forth. And I think it's very good to have a theme, right? Because it's very good to be known for something, right? So, for example, if you do like a PhD, your whole point is to be known for whatever you do during the PhD, and that is kind of like your name tag from now on. Like that is what you do, and the best people are all known for one thing, right? So Bill Gates is known for programming. Um, the best athletes, Usain Bolt is known for running. Jordan, Kobe, basketball, things like that. Um, but I think for a lot of people, I think there is a lot of pressure, especially in the kind of the late teens and early 20s, to kind of very niche down and like find your thing and kind of stick to it, which many people do, and I admire those people so much. But I think for a lot of people, and especially for me, I think the pressure to kind of find a niche and niche down at the very beginning has two problems. Number one, you get bored very quickly, right? And so I tried doing like a designer related LinkedIn series a while back, right? Because I was working as a UX designer at the time. And so I covered, like Johnny Ive and Yves Saint Laurent and like all those kind of famous designers. But after like five posts, I got bored of it. And I realized that my initial goal of being a design influencer was not really that strong of a goal. I just wanted to make like those five specific posts. And after that, it just felt like a drudge. Um, and yes, you have to have discipline to kind of carry yourself through, but just the goal itself was just not appealing in any way anymore, right? Um, and so for a lot of things like that, like you eventually realize that you don't really have kind of the uh, underlying kind of motivation discipline for the goal that you set out in the first place. And so, yes, some people are able to kind of carry through and produce something to the very end. But I have discovered that I'm not one of those people, at least not now. So, my kind of compromise for now is to just post in general, right? So, as you can kind of see, my posts so far have no real pattern or any kind of theme, really. Um, and that's for a very good reason. It's because if I have the pressure to come up with like more topics in a specific theme, then I will just stop making videos. So I eventually do want to have a theme, but for now, I've decided that there's value in just like the act of posting itself, and so no one will watch these anyway, and so it doesn't really matter what I kind of what videos I make, what videos I make, and so um, once something catches on, then maybe I'll kind of niche down. But for now, I am just the guy that rambles on the internet about random topics. Cool. Okay. So those were the main things. Those are the main things. Number one, I guess perfectionism, right? Knowing that you can do better, but willingly just kind of putting something out there before it's ready. Number two, niching down and having a theme. Yeah, things that have a theme, right? And so just kind of realizing that there's value in doing the thing in and of itself rather than for any specific reason. And I think that's kind of true for a lot of things in life, right? Um, when I was when I was doing sports, right? I think there were a lot of moments where I was like, okay, why am I doing this sport specifically? I'm not gonna become an athlete, and I'm not even that good at the sport, right? So why keep going? And so oftentimes I would quit. Um, and I think looking back, I think I should finish more things just because the act of finishing things in and of itself is good, right? Um, and so this is kind of my goal for this is to kind of realize that there's a value in doing hard things and kind of uh, doing hard things and being consistent for its own sake, away from like whatever the actual specific thing is, right? Because the actual specific thing will never be that great, and will never be great enough to motivate you through the whole way. I think the only thing that kind of keeps you going is like, okay, you got this thing done today, and you should be proud of that. Cool. Okay, so those are my brief thoughts on why I started this channel in the first place. Why I think a lot of people kind of struggle to kind of start with making content, and if you know anybody that's kind of struggling to start something, I highly recommend this. I got stuck in kind of like this loop for like many years, and it's taken me a while to kind of, I guess in a way, give up in an optimistic way of okay, I'm not gonna make my perfect video. I'm just gonna make videos first, and then eventually uh, I'll have kind of the time or the resources to make things perfect the way they are. But for now, I'm just gonna make videos. Cool. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video.